What's up, everybody? You know who it is, your boy Phil Dog. And I know most of y'all that watch my videos. I don't know if you guys actually read some of the comments in the comment section of my videos, but I'm actually looking at some of my comments right now. I don't know why, but I decided to actually go and take a look at some of the things that people write to me and comment on all my videos. Like a couple months ago, like 3 months ago, I think it said, about my movie ticket fight. If any of y'all watch my videos, that's when my old friend Yassine decided to gang up on me with two of my best friends and try to take money from me that I apparently owed him. But like I said in the video before, they left me at a movie theater by myself with no way home, and they wanted to, the kid Yassine wanted to get the money back from me. It was $15, and in one of the comment section here, it literally says the ticket was also $13 and a snack was $2. Now at the time, I didn't have much cash. I was working. Don't get me wrong, I was working. I'm not a freeloader. If somebody asked for money, or if somebody ever asked me for money, you should always make it a thing to either pay them back or you get your money back no matter what. If they don't give you your money back, then there's a big problem. But I did say in the video, and I'm going to even say it now, just to clarify, I had to have my mom come pick me up at like almost 10 o'clock at night. It was a school night. I had to go to school the next morning, and my mom wasn't happy. I even texted Yassine that day and I said, that $15 is gas money from my mom because she had to go and pick me up all the way in Burlington at the Wilbur in Burlington. It doesn't matter the line. I call it Burlington. At the Burlington movie theater, or the Woburn Theater. Y'all probably already know where that is. But I thought I'd read you a couple of the comments from the section and basically explain to you what they are and what their meaning is. And if anybody has any questions on what these mean, you can leave a comment down in the section below. I'll be happy to read them. I always read my comments because I always look for people to give me advice. I always look for people who need advice. I always look for things that are questionable, because there are things like a couple of these comments are questionable because some of it is true and some of it isn't true. But let me start with the first section. Now, one of the kids that typed 3 months ago, his name is Benicio Newman. Now that was one of the kids that ganged up on me with my ex-friend Yassine, and he writes, Kai called you to get out of the theater if the movie started. Now, whenever there's a movie, I always shut off my phone, I put it in my pocket, I never worry about it. We went to actually go see Us, and we had all planned to sit in the same exact row, but I'll explain it. It says, we did not go to AMC, don't know what you're talking about, and again, I don't know where you get your fantasy thinking you could beat me up, but it will never happen, ever. Now, the AMC thing, they said that they went to a theater. It says in one of the early comments, the other theater we were going to go into was at 7:20. I think mine started at like 7:10 or something like that, and it ended up at 9:45. Now, my entire thing with that is, if it ended at 9:45, why didn't I ever see you guys at the, why didn't I ever see you walking around? I literally sat there in a chair for about a half an hour waiting for somebody. I was texting Yassine, and they literally fucking texted me back and said, we left the theater. And I was like, what do you mean you left the theater? And I said, did you go to another theater? No. When you say you left the theater, don't you think that you literally left the building altogether? Not that you went into like another like section of the theater. Like if they were playing one of the movies we were going to see was Us. If they were playing Us in movie theater in the Thing 1 and 2, in room 1 and 2, if I was in room 1 and they were in room 2, how come they didn't like literally come by, find me, call out my name a little bit, or like wave to me and say, come on? I would have went with them, and we would have all never had this fight, conversation, whatever. And see what else it says. Oh, and the thing where the fantasy he thinks about us fighting, we did have some fights back in the day. I will admit he was a little bit stronger than me, but kid has no idea what I could do now. I'm not big though, but I can pack more of a punch, and I can kind of hit harder, and I'm actually a lot stronger now than when I was like 12. I mean, me and him haven't fought since we were like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 12, somewhere around that section, and I was just a nerdy kid back then. Well, bear in mind, I'm still a fucking nerdy kid right now, but I'm not like weak as fuck. I'm able to punch somebody and then keep punching them and punching them and punching them. You know what I mean? And let's read some more of this. Oh, this was my favorite one. Aiden almost killed you with a wood chip. Haha. I know you remember that. And you never said round 2. Now, this kid I knew, I was actually friends with him for a little while after this one. His name was Aiden, and he once thought that I called his mom a bitch, which I never freaking did. I wouldn't. You gotta grow up to respect women, to respect your elders, to respect your parents. Unless your parents a dick. But always respect women. If you don't respect women, then you don't belong having a girlfriend, or you don't belong having a wife. And he decided to take it upon himself and try and attack me. He grabbed a wood chip and tried to cut the back of my neck open, which was pretty bad. He actually did cut me a little bit. I wanted to like beat his ass after that, but I never did. And then he says, and you never said for round 2. I'm saying round 2 right fucking now. If you ever want to fight me, you know where I live, and I'll beat the living shit out of you. I literally will. I'm not afraid. I'm literally not afraid much of anybody. That's if you fight by yourself. If you ever show up to a fight with 3 guys with you, or 2 guys, or even just one other guy, you know that I always found this. So if you have 3 guys, the one in the middle is the one you're supposed to fight, but the 2 on the sides, they're fighting you. And then the one in the middle throws the last punch at you after the 2 other guys just beat the hell out of you. You find that guy in the middle the next day without any of his friends, and you kick the shit out of him. Because that guy in the middle is telling every person that he knows that he whooped your ass single-handedly. And if you show up the next day with like broken arms or a broken leg, and you find him, make sure he has 2 broken legs the next day. You don't want that person to fucking walk around, and then you can go brag to everybody else that you broke his leg single-handedly, because you fucking did. You want to get a crowd. You want to get a decent-sized crowd. Okay, now let's get to this piece. Okay, so I already explained this one, but I'm going to read it anyway. Get your facts straight. The ticket was also $13, and a snack was $2. I already explained that. And by the way, we fought so many times in Beacon, and I would always beat your ass. I wouldn't say he beat my ass, and technically we didn't exactly fight. It was more like a wrestle. Beating your ass is more like punching and literally kicking your ass, instead of like trying to get a hug from somebody. I remember that time when you knocked over my bike acting like a douche like you always were, and then you ran away. I remember that actually. I think he said something, or I wasn't really friends with him at the time, and he was just a dick back then, and I didn't like what he had said to me or something like that, or he did something, or I did something, and I ended up kicking his bike over but he had like 2 of his friends with him. So I decided to just bolt the hell out of there, and I headed towards like this tennis court or something like that. I ended up someplace weird, and he actually it actually says, and I ran after you, and then I ended up breaking your glasses. Okay, so he broke my glasses. My sister broke my glasses like 80 different times when I was a kid. I can see without my glasses, but my vision isn't like clear. It's a little blurry. Like I can't see like far away. Like the text that I'm reading right now, they're in really small letters, so I can't like see them very clearly. And then the last thing it says is, so never think you can beat me up because you will never be able to. That's what the funny part is. I told him after the fight, he wanted to fight me, and then I said, oh, you want to fight me? I'll show up with 3 of my fucking friends and we'll kick the living hell out of you. You want to show up with 2 of your friends? I'll show up with 2 of my friends. And we'll see who the real fucking pussy is after that. The best thing about it all is, I did not back out of that fight. I stood my ground, and if you're gonna take a fight, no matter who it is, you never walk. I mean, I walked away a little bit, but I kind of walked him up towards some concrete. I walked him up to where some people were off to the side, and he sucker punched me. Like, you know those punches, it's not like you can see them coming, like just a boom. He literally stood there, and with his arm to his side, he went poof, right to my cheek, and my head just went like really quick, and I just backed out for a sec, and my uncle was right behind me in his car, and he said, knock this fucking kid out, kick his ass. And I said, with pleasure. I made this man my bitch. I put him in an arm bar, I put his neck in my arm, and I wanted to just choke him out. I made him change colors, because he's like, I don't know how to say, he's black, or he's Arabian. Yeah, he's Arabian, and I made him turn blue and orange, and I told him while he was down there, I was like, don't you ever fucking come near me. If I ever find you by my house, even worse will happen. And he texted me after that, and he said, how's the face feel? And I said, pretty good. How's that throat feel? If anybody in the comment section actually wants to type this, I'd actually love it. Who do you think won that fight? The person that punched somebody once, or the person that was changing colors from getting choked out? I mean, I've talked to people about it in my school, and they're even saying, you won. Because, I mean, you got punched once, got back up, and then fucking choked him. I had him on the ground. It's not exactly like he won. If he punched me like a few more times, if I went down first, I would have been like, okay, you won. And then, I'm actually going to continue to read these, but I'll keep explaining stuff. Same day, he said, stop acting like you're talking to people. No one's watching this crap. Okay, first of all, that's not true. I know there are people who do watch my channels. Like one of my videos, I think a few videos before this, I had over like 200 and something views, which I do appreciate. And pretty good thing is, I can actually check how many views I've had through all my videos. I have over 1,800 views. And I'm proud of that. I'm happy people are actually liking my videos and looking at my videos and taking the time out of their day to actually come sit down, watch a video, and relax to it. Because I wouldn't say that I make horrible videos, but for a guy who doesn't I don't know how to edit, I don't have a camera, I don't have stuff like that. I don't have heavy shit. I just have my phone and my laptop. That's all I record off of. I literally just don't know how to edit. I've never edited a video. I'd love to actually get into. I was actually looking at stuff, like one of the folders here on the side of my computer, it says editor. maybe I'll check that out. Maybe I'll watch a video to it, and maybe one of the next videos I make will be on how to edit videos. And if I get good enough, maybe I'll even tell you guys how I edit my videos, and like maybe I'll put like content in there that you guys like, and I'll show you stuff that you guys might want to see. But to say that no one's watching my videos is a complete shitstorm. It's literally just complete crap. People do watch my videos. People comment, reply, and like my videos. Now let's go down to his last. He says one last comment. And this was the same day, I guess. It says 3 months. A bunch of these say 3 months ago, so I'm assuming it's the same day. He says one last comment. I would beat you up in our Beacon days. Obviously, everyone hated you. Okay, that's not true. Actually, I wasn't a horrible kid. I was just young. And a bunch of, like, I don't usually say this. I am autistic. I do have autism. I do have ADHD and stuff like that. So getting to talk to people and actually know what people like and how to communicate isn't exactly a big skill for me. I've actually had problems with it. But like I do have problems with getting to know people and getting to understand them and just stuff like that. So I wouldn't say I'm I wasn't a hated person. I did have friends, although sadly a bunch of my Beacon friends did move in the time that I was there. Like I had my friend Evan, my buddy Juan. I remember this was this one other kid that I used to chill with. I don't really remember him. We also had my friend William with his brother. Everybody knew his brother. We had two of my actual good friends. I actually talked to one of them today. Her name is Zian. Lovely person, great personality, great voice. She just knew, like, me. She knew me. So she was very easy to talk to. She was so fun. I loved hanging out with her. And then I also had one of my buddies named Ronan, but we called him Ace. And he was actually pretty chill. He had like one of his older brothers. We'd all hang with him. It was just the best. But back at it again. I would beat you up in our Beacon days. We're not in our Beacon days no more, now are we? If you ever want to fight me, you come for me, I will kick the shit out of you. But you better come alone. If I ever find you with other people, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, I swear to God. And then he keeps on going. I would beat you up 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago. You tried to do it 3 months ago. How'd that work out for you, buddy? Like, seriously, you had 2 guys with you. You seen. You had Benicio and you had Haroon. Haroon, I already told him I wouldn't hurt him. I actually told him to go sit by their car, because I never wanted to hurt Haroon. Haroon is actually still one of my buddies. I still talk to him today. Benicio, you'll never win in a fight against me. I swear to God, dude, you'll never win. And then he says, and today, and also we went into the theater looking for you. Yeah, how good did you look? You didn't really look too good, buddy. Again, Kai called you and told you to come out of the theater if the movie started. I said it at the beginning of this fucking video that I turned my phone off. I even told them. I texted you, and I said, I turn my phone off when I go into a theater. And he says, and also the other theater we were going to go into was at 7:20 and it ended at 9:45. I already explained that, so I don't need to explain that much anymore. And then he says, I don't know why you said 11. I think that's when my mom actually came to pick me up. Because I didn't have a ride. I told you, I didn't have a ride. And you basically left me. And then it says, and when did you almost kick my ass? If anybody wants to actually go into my movie ticket fight and actually tell me when I said kick his ass, then I'd greatly appreciate it, because then I'd be able to actually inform you on why the hell I even said that. And then he says, "'Cause I don't. Alright, good night." And then he says, "P.S. Ice that cheek." Oh, this kid wants to get his ass whooped. I swear to God, this kid. Like, he doesn't get it, does he? We're not in Beacon. We're not in the old apartment days. We're adults. Well, I'm an adult. I can basically hurt this kid if I wanted to. If he wants to hide somewhere, so be it. I'm not hiding. I'm right here. I'm in my home. If he ever wants to come by, trust me. I'll be wearing my jeans, my boots, and I'll be ready to stomp your fucking chest in. I swear to God, dude. This kid doesn't get it. I also want to explain, if Benicio, if you're watching this video, best come alone. If you come with 2 people, I'm not going outside. I just won't. Why would I go outside to fight 3 people when I just want to fight the one? And if you ever come to my house with 3 people, well, 2 things are gonna happen. A, I'll be coming outside with a fucking baseball bat. And B, I will beat your head in with that bat. Like, I'm not even joking. I swear to God. He doesn't understand that I'm not a small kid anymore. I mean, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm a lot faster, and I'm a lot more dangerous than he thinks. If anybody wants to comment on that one, I mean, that'd be a good thing. But let's also check out one of my other videos. I want to try and access a bunch of my other videos. I do have videos. Let's actually go through it. I got the incense and hats, Gecko and movies, the movie ticket fight, Halloween theme song part 1. Oh, that's when I started playing piano again. I had a piano when I was little, and I used to love playing it, and I used to enjoy the hell out of it. But when you look at the views on this stuff, I mean, I do have one of the videos that I didn't do great on was my Assassin's Creed Origin video, episode 1. I wasn't really too good, and I don't know how to hook up my videos to my TV or my computer yet, but that was at 29 views. But then when you look at my first videos, 117, 132, 63, 99, and then you got 47, 114 views on the fucking on my movie ticket fight, and then the Gecko and movies was 33, and then my incense and hats was 39, but I didn't put that up a long time ago. Let's actually look at the rest of the videos too. I'm actually going to tell you how many views I have on all of these, because I have all my videos right here now. My Welcome to the Family, 117. My Most Likely series was 132, 63, 99. My brand new vape video, 279 views. So I want to say thank you to everybody who watched it. My big accident, I remember that one. That's when my mom ran me over. That's 139 views right there. My Cheaters video. Oh, my Cheaters. I remember that one. 284 views. I'm not saying that's horrible, but I'm not saying that's bad. The Assassin's Creed thing you already knew about, the Halloween you already knew about. I have a video called Fucking Around. It's only 5 minutes long, but I got 43 views for it, so I'm not pissed. Another new vape. That's when I first got my vape. That's when I first started. I had my mom buy me that. I gave her money and stuff like that. That's 89 views. Oh, my ARK video. I remember that. My ARK episode 1 beginning. I was gonna go on that series for a while, but then I listened to it, and the music for the video itself, the actual game music, kind of went over my voice. So anything I said in that video, I don't think anybody actually heard. The show. That's when I went down to Connecticut with my dad and my grandmother, and we went to go see, my dad, my grandmother, and my mother. And we went to go see a concert down there. I got 52 views for that. My free skates review. Not gonna lie, I haven't fucking touched those, basically, for a while. I got 40 views there. The new juice, the sugar cookie, I had smoked the shit out of that. Let me tell you, it's actually not that bad. It actually tasted pretty good. The update. That was just a video I literally called The Update. I don't know why I called it that. Got 98 views on that one though too. Movie Ticket Fight 113, Get Going Movies 33. The Incense and Hats, that was 2 weeks ago. If anybody actually wants to go and like that video or show some love to it, got 39 views right there. And then that's all my videos right there. I wonder how many views I'll get on this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. I actually want to know what some people might say. I got 100. I would really bet $1 that Benicio will reply to my video today. And if he does, I want you to know, Benicio, that if you ever come for me, I will be ready for you. I'm not scared of you. I don't care for you. You were my brother. Now you're a dead brother to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Good night, everybody.